Class is in session. Dog. Long time no see, everybody. Holy crap. This is like in full effect right now, huh? Professor KoeKoe is in the building, you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, I wanted to make this special type of video for mostly the people that want to get into BBCF, or the people that started off in BLAZBLUE Cross Tag Battle and want to transition over to other fighting games such as BLAZBLUE Central Fiction. Now, BLAZBLUE Central Fiction is a fantastic game, and I can recommend it to anybody really if they're interested in the BLAZBLUE franchise. So if your first fighting game was bbtag and you want to transition over to BLAZBLUE Central Fiction, what do you need to do? What can you expect? What can you do? What are the things to get ready? Well, first and foremost, you have to get BLAZBLUE Central Fiction. So if as soon as you see that game on sale on Steam, on PS4, get it, because it is a fantastic fighting game. Even if the game right now is pretty far advanced, it's pretty, you know, ahead as of right now. The game's been out for about 3 years, and there's a lot of people still playing it and have advanced and have progressed their characters and such. So right now it's a perfect time to be able to learn some specific characters given the resources that are out right now. After you've gotten the game, there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind. First and foremost, this is a very, very, very different game from bbtag. bbtag is a completely separate entity. This is a unique fighting game that's nothing like bbtag. BBCF is really a beast of its own, and it is amazing in my opinion. This game promotes a lot of creativeness when it comes to your combos and your confirms and how you play your character. It also values a lot of legacy skill, and that's a given because this is similar to Tekken, where this game has been, or this franchise has been around for like 10 years. Not as long as Tekken, but it's still pretty long. So a lot of people have been playing every single installment every time it came out. So a lot of people have a lot of legacy skill built up, so they know the archetype of the characters, they know what they do, they know what they're all about and such, and they know how to get around it. So whenever you do transition into the game and you're brand new, just start focusing on your character as of right now, because that's the most important aspect of it. Don't worry about getting your ass handed to you, because it happens to all of us, of course, but that's the least of your worries as of right now. If you're starting to get into BBCF currently, unless you want to get into it competitively, then yeah, you can worry about getting your ass beat and then getting better that way. However, there's a lot of aspects to BBCF that I just have to talk about and I have to discuss, because I underestimate how great BBCF is, especially compared to bbtag. Now, in terms of gameplay, they might be very different, but they're still, so I can't compare the two of them in any way. However, I will compare in terms of single player contents and also just as a packaged game altogether. BBCF takes the cake 100%. Same thing with Under Night and Birth Late ST or Uni ST and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Those three games are some of my favorite games ever, just because not only do they have a ton of content to be able to explore, characters to learn, also stories to be told as well if you're into that type of stuff. I'm more into gameplay, but yeah. So there's a lot of stuff to be able to take in when you purchase this game, okay? And that's one of the things that I wanted to be the main objective of this video. I want the clouts for this game to be through the roof. I want to shill the crap out of this game as well, because this game has partaken a huge part of my content creation life, and I really want to promote it. And we don't know when the next time we're going to be getting another mainline BlazBlue game, considering that BBCF is canonically the end of BlazBlue, or at least Ragna's story, which is the main character. So we don't know when we're going to get the next one. So in the meantime, I'll be supporting this game as long as I can until the next one comes out, and hopefully that is soon, because this is definitely a game that has been optimized right now. It hasn't been updated in 2 years and such, and I think this is the type of game that would be amazing if they received an update, basically. So until then, I'll be supporting this game as much as I can. Right now I'm learning a brand new main. I'm kind of relearning BBCF as of right now, and kind of wiping my slate clean and just starting fresh and experiencing BlazBlue Central Fiction at its core, with all the modes, with the fights, and learning a new main and doing trials and training and just exploring this game a lot more. So if you guys do want to, I highly invite you guys to do so as well. So anyways, I wanted to give kind of a little overview as to what you can expect whenever you do it. I'm going to guide you step by step as to what you can do as soon as you pick up the game, depending on what you want to do with this game. Now, if you're a type of person that wants to play the game solely for gameplay, you want to play with some amigos, you have some at your local tournaments, and you want to actually play BlazBlue Central Fiction, and the first game that you picked up was, you know, bbtag or another fighting game, and you want to transition over to the BBCF, one of the things that I do personally, and that's what I'm doing right now currently, which I'm having a blast doing actually with my character, is I like to go to challenge mode. I like to go to trials mode. Not only is this game mode like really fun because they separated it into a very simplistic order. So there's 3 rows for each challenge, okay? For each character, I mean. So there's the first row, which is beginners. There's the second row, which is hard mode. And then there's the third row, which can consist of a few challenges that are expert mode. So the first 2 are 10 challenges each. And then there's the third row, which can, depending on the character, it can consist from like 2 to 7 or 6 or something like that. So, but they're really hard. So aesthetically and just like in terms of organization, it's actually really nice to be able to do challenge modes. And it's actually a lot easier as well. However, the challenges are not easy at all. So this is a good way to challenge yourself, learn combos and such. And also the most important part, I think, about this mode, which is muscle memory. Developing your muscle memory is perfect for this, because the more you do these challenge modes, like if you do the first 2 rows, 20 challenges, every time you boot up the game, you're bound to get some muscle memory in you. So you can, whenever you go into the training mode, which is what you should be doing after that, when you go into the training mode, you can do these combos without visually seeing the inputs. You can actually do them yourself by memory. And then once you do them by memory, you can start practicing conversions, and you can start practicing your combos in actual situations. Here's how the chart goes. I like to do challenge mode with my specific character, or the character that I'm learning. Right now, I'm learning a brand new main, KoeKoe, and I'm taking her challenge modes. I'm doing them every time I can, taking them to training mode and seeing what I can do by myself without any help of the visual representation of the inputs. And then after that, what I like to do is I actually like to go to arcade mode. You can also do this in any other way. You don't have to do this how I do it, but the reason being is you want to actually put yourself in a situation where an actual match is occurring, whether that be arcade mode, you can be online if you want to. You can even do any of these other modes like Grim of Abyss, Score Attack, or Speedstar mode. The reason why I do this is because I want to see where I'm lacking in my actual fighting game, if that makes sense. So like, am I dropping combos? Am I not converting properly? Is there a specific sequence where I'm just like freezing and I just don't know what to do in that situation? So I take all that information when I do the arcade mode, and then I go back into training mode and try to reapply those flaws into my game plan. And that's how I start to patch up my character, so I can consistently get combos, I can consistently get setups, and I can consistently get good. Alongside that, the tutorial mode for this game is fantastic. So if you're brand new to fighting games in general, or BlazBlue, go to tutorial mode. It's actually really good. It's not as good as, let's say, Under Night and Birth, but it's definitely better than bbtags. bbtags is not as good compared to BBCFs. Tutorial mode is always fantastic. So that's for the people that want to branch out into the gameplay aspect of BlazBlue, of course. You can most definitely do that. But for the people that want to do more single player stuff, there's a lot to do here, including the story mode. Now, BBCF is the 4th installment in the BlazBlue franchise, so the story mode right now is in its 4th episode. If you want to start over from the very beginning, you have to go to Calamity Trigger. And I haven't done that myself because I don't have time, and these are actually, I think, really long. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this is like another story that you will get sucked into and you will be invested in. And as long as you follow the story mode, you'll be able to keep up with the lore and such. You can learn about the characters this way as well. So story mode is a very big aspect on BlazBlue, if you guys are into that. There's also the library. So many books. This one's called the Booby Monster? I didn't know such a thing existed. Oh, wait a minute. I know exactly what this is. And that brings up another point. One of my favorite things about BlazBlue in particular is in the story. I don't really know too much about the story, like I said. However, I do know about gags. And gags are basically branch off episodes from the main story to be able to do a silly thing with specific characters, and they play out the scenarios, and they're hilarious, and they're super fun to watch. One of my favorite things about BLAZBLUE in particular is definitely the gags. Now, I haven't done the previous games. Actually, I did do Chrono Phantasma because I stumbled across one when I was trying to learn the story back when I first started playing BLAZBLUE. I got a text message, but nonetheless, I played the ones for CF and they were hilarious. I'll link everything in the description down below, like the story mode or the gag mode that I played through. It's hilarious. It's great. I'm gonna be doing the ones for the previous games, I think, for fun, for the most part. So anyways, yeah, the gags are freaking amazing. You can't forget about the other modes as well. I mentioned them briefly, but Grim of Abyss mode is definitely a very fun mode that'll keep you occupied for a long time. It's basically a adventure type mode where you can pick your character, you can add abilities, you can add stats, and you can go up against these super bosses or these super characters and they have different challenges to every single one of them. Like, for example, one of them will do nothing but astrals. Like Hakumen can do nothing but astrals, and his astral is a counter. So basically, you just have this Hakumen with a lot of health just astraling every 2 seconds, every time. And sometimes he walks back and forth and then he astrals. And you have to figure out a way to not hit his counter, because if you hit his counter, it's game over. It's hilarious. I'll link my compilation of the Grim of Abyss down below as well if you guys are into that. To sum things up, this game is really good. I love it, especially if this game goes on sale. It becomes really good because you get it at a nice price for a nice game. The story mode, the gags, the different things that you can learn from the fighting games, learning different characters, going through the trials modes, doing Grim of Abyss, doing arcade mode. Arcade mode actually is very interesting because it has 3 different storylines, has 3 different acts, so you can go about it 3 different ways per character. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Not to mention there's a gallery mode as well, and there's a room creation room for whenever you go online and you can create your own room. Instead of entering a lobby, you just create your own room and you can invite people in. You can put little plushies and little things there. You can customize your avatars. It's this game. I highly underestimated how good this game is, and I love this game, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, and I wanted to see if you guys will have a nice transition over, and just to let you guys know that BBCF is great. So is Under Night. So is Persona 4. The reason why Persona 4 Arena Ultimax isn't as prominent as BBCF and Under Night is because Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is not as accessible as BBCF and Under Night, because they're both on PC and PS4. Ultimax only on PS3. RIP. And I think Xbox. Yeah, Xbox as well. But who plays Xbox 360 these days? Anyways, guys, that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching. Class is now dismissed. Holy crap, if I'm ever in a fighting game, I want that to be my outro. Can I do that? I want to be a Professor KoeKoe. The glasses, you know. I'm just saying. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Like the video if you guys did. I'll do more of these BBCF type videos. And also comment in the comment section down below if you guys are thinking about getting this, or if you are getting this, or you're going to get back into it. I'll keep covering this game as much as I can until a new one comes out. That's just one of the things that I'm very dedicated to do. Anyways, subscribe to the channel for more BBCF. Follow me on Twitter for more information on me or the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.